Kaspa, all right. We've had a little bit of price action today. We're up 2.6%. Kind of looking at this wedge, not second guessing myself really at all, but this coin, I think it's going to make a little bit of noise today. We're going to take a look here in a second. We got some things lining up here. If we go over to coin market cap, volume is down 20% to 10.5 million. We're up 4.74%. Market cap just over $1 billion. Dollars. Right, so that's great to see. The crypto bubbles, we are ranked 42nd. All right, market cap 1.04 billion, 10.5 million. So 42nd. Geez, it'd be nice to see us get in that top 40. All right, if we come back over here, Bitcoin's making a little bit of a run today. It's up 530 bucks. So there you go. That's what's obviously moving the market. Bitcoin. That moves everything. If you look over here to the right, a lot of greed. That's what Bitcoin does. When Bitcoin moves, it moves everything with it. All right. Obviously, Bitcoin, this 32,000 mark, that's where this thing, it has to break out of there. Okay. If it does not, we're not going to get a higher high, and we're going to make a lower high. Then this thing could start rolling over. So you obviously want to see it take out this high right over here, get above this line, use it as support, and this thing could really get interesting. All right, we've been waiting for Bitcoin to do this. We got the weekly RSI reset ready to go. So we'll see what happens with this thing. It pretty much, if Bitcoin runs, that's what brings all the money in the market. So be nice to see this thing take off finally. At least get a retrace, for next year's bull market. 618 retrace would be up at 48,000 bucks. Sounds a little crazy right now, but that's what we would be looking for. You'll look for a 618 retracement, at least of 50%. That's at 42,000. So we'll see what happens here with Bitcoin. The Dow Jones is up $355 today, looking great. Got a nice bounce off the top of this wedge. You can see that pattern here. So it'd be nice to see this thing get going too. That weekly is just about reset for the Dow Jones. The Dixie hit that 106 and kind of like hit a wall there. You can see if we go into daily here. See how that thing just started rolling over once it hit that, what was it, 50% retracement? Yeah, 50%. Just started rolling over. So that could be the top of this B leg. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. The daily's still coming down. Was looking for it to come up to 109, but we'll have to see what happens. It got up to 107.4. All right, we come down here to Kaspa. All right, well, just real quick, gold. Gold is getting a bounce here. All right, that ABC, we ended up getting it. It pulled down. Was low, 1810 right there, 1810. All right, we were looking anywhere right around 1,800 bucks for this thing. It ended up playing out perfect. We took a measurement on that thing, brought it down on top. There you go. Look at that. Almost absolutely perfect. The bottom of that should have been right up here. So looks like gold's getting ready to bounce. Got the daily reset. That ABC played out perfect. We've been watching this forever. That is finally done. Been charting this thing for I don't know how long. So we can quit showing this. I think gold's going to go on a serious run here pretty soon. The weekly is heading back down here, but this thing triple topped, all right, which was obviously extremely bearish. One double top is bearish enough, but a triple top, you got the monthly, rolling over here. But if you go back on gold, this thing had a target. This is on log now from the previous run back in 2011. Gave gold a target up here, 4,700 bucks. Didn't even come close. It's still through that 702, but Yeah, pretty crazy. That triple top right there just killed all the momentum. But Kaspa. All right, let's get into this thing. This thing, and like I said, guys, believe me, nobody wants to be wrong more than me. Absolutely. You know, I do these videos, I stick my neck out there. I'm going to be wrong sometimes. That's just the way it goes. Geez, you cannot be right every single time with these calls, or I'd be amazed. It just don't work like that. But you can see this wedge forming up. Perfect wedge forming up here. If this thing did break out to the top, the move would be astronomical. I'll show you guys that in a second. It really would. It would be a really big move. All right. So we have the weekly RSI still bullish, 54 and a 52. Got the daily 23 and a 32, trying to turn back up. Right, you can see this wedge a lot better here. We got the 12-hour right at the bottom, turning up, so that's good to see. You definitely want to see that. We got the 8 at the bottom, turning up, and we got the 4 about 3/4 of the way up there. All right, so if we go back to the 12 here, I want to show you guys something real quick. If you're looking for a fifth wave target, all right, and I teach that in them trading classes, but you take your Fibonacci, put it on top of your fourth wave, pull it down. A 1.618 is your target area. Right there's the fourth wave. All right, this thing nailed it. All right, that was the fourth wave out of 5 waves up. All right, I'll show you real quick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a lot of people don't think TA works. You know, it absolutely works. You get your target for your fifth wave right there, and you can see it went up and hit it perfectly. The only reason I'm doing this is because I believe over here, especially if you go into daily, you can almost see 5 waves in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a fifth wave coming up. Alright, now if we did the same thing, we measured out our fourth wave, and we give this a target up at 0.0548, right up here, right towards the top of the wedge. Okay, which could absolutely turn out to happen. Alright, this thing could bounce around in here inside this wedge. That would give us a new all-time high. Alright, but that would keep us inside of this pattern. Alright, inevitably, not very easy for me to say right now, we need to get up to past 0.052. Just like I said a few videos ago, we hit that 786 right there, and we got rejected off of it. Alright, if we can break through 0.052, like I said before, this thing could go higher. This green line is our all-time high at it's at 0.054. You know, it's 0.053999. But call it 0.054. This thing could end up breaking through there, setting a new all-time high, but barely. All right, it would be the top of our wedge if it got there. All right, I want to show you what the measured move would be. You know, a breakout of this wedge. And this goes both ways, you know. We'll take it from the middle here. Look at that, 18 cents. Alright, and on the downside, if this breaks down, you know, a measured, yeah, we'll see. We'll just, you know, I don't believe it'll go that low, and I don't believe it would go that high, but it's wedging up. It's absolutely a wedge. All right, if you guys out there that chart, you know that this is definitely a wedge pattern. We'll see what happens here, guys. You know, I'm kind of taking a beating over calling for a bearish move here. I don't want that. I don't want, that is not what I want. Okay, I want to see this thing go higher. But unfortunately, this bearish divergence down here, it comes back to bite you. I showed Bitcoin That was back in the bull run that this bearish divergence happened for it. All right, right back. This is on a monthly. Put it on a weekly. All right, right back here. All right, you had this high here. And you ended up having a higher high, a lower high on the RSI. This is during the bull run, right? August 2021, October 2021. You had the higher high, and then you went into the bear market. All right, down here, so you can see it a little bit better. See it? You had this high here. Then you come over to the all-time high. It's lower on the RSI. And then you end up going into a bear market. All right, that's what I showed yesterday with Bitcoin. These bearish divergences, they, and sometimes they don't work out. I am praying it doesn't. I don't want to see it work out. Okay, that is not what I want. All right, like I said, if we can bust above that line and break out of this bearish divergence, all right, that would be fantastic. All right, but right now you can see it's gotten rejected off that line. All right, so we're going to keep that on there. We're going to see what happens with this. And guys, I'm praying for higher prices. We'll see what happens here. All right, we got, like I said, we got that 12 turning up right here. Got the 12 turning up. We got the 8 heading up. We got the daily trying to flip back up. Okay, and the weekly is still technically bullish, 54 to 52. All right. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see how this plays out. I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.